This is Rainbow Scent. No, I don't have my my beautiful bandana on, but now is the time that we set things straight. Just for those of you, this will be a one-on-one interview with yours truly and you. Or for you, I should say. Right? Yeah. Where shall I start? Now, this is not a drama-filled or an attention-speaking video. This is for those who know this face and want to know the ins and outs of what really happened. So, I'm here to do so. It has been a tragic, sad story. And yes, I'm over it, and yes, I'm healed from it. I've had to. And thank all of you for helping me. Because it wasn't for you guys, I would not be who I am today. And that is the God's honest truth. It started out in the beginning of 2003. I was pregnant with my little girl. And I had a very difficult pregnancy. The doctor had prescribed me certain medications because I've had 2 neck surgeries. And I spent my entire relationship dealing with this pain with 2 neck surgeries, mind you. Sometimes I'd be in bed because it was so difficult to deal with. Not that I wanted to, but because I literally could not move on that. It was a very difficult pregnancy. But I had a C-section and gave birth to a beautiful little girl. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Beautiful. I'm not going to say her name, but yeah. After that, we were abandoned. Like, the father of my little girl, after 10 years of relationship, couldn't even be there for the birth. So my eldest daughter, who is now 21, had to be there to cut the cord. I went off. I was homeless, jumping from campground to campground with a trailer, taking care of a special needs little boy, who is my son, who at the time was 5, and my daughter. Jumping from campground to campground, homeless. And it's difficult to carry the responsibilities, the juggling, and the trudging. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this. It was so difficult to take care of the 2, an infant and a special needs little boy. I did my absolute best. But there was the neighbors who were sent in by the enemy, for 1, and for 2, or my son slamming the door too loud. Like, you know, those old biddies that complain about absolutely everything if you happen to fart in their direction. You know what I'm saying? One of those. So then they decide to make my life difficult, and they call child services on me. And they come through every time, and they find that, yes, she's struggling, but the kids are healthy, the kids are happy, the kids are well taken care of. So they drop cases. Right? I move state to state as we go, trying to live out my existence through 2023. And in 2024, and the end of 2023 into 24, I did end up moving into a relative's backyard where they own 7 acres. So it's like I just moved my trailer there, and then life got better. Life was good. Life was good. I tell you, way better than it was. Because we're with family now after the debacle, right? I can't understand why everyone in my life all of a sudden just poof, disappeared like it was magic or something, but let's just say. And lo and behold, the father of the children, after no contact for an entire year, decides to stroll on through. And he's homeless, and he's sad, and he's crying. And I miss you, and oh, I love you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, let's make it work. Right. Stays the holiday with me because I say, okay, after all the fuckery and abandoning me at my time of need and not even being there for your daughter's birth, I say, okay, I forgive you for the sake of the children, and I'll let you into the house. He lived here for the whole winter, through the holidays. It was great. But then I had a phone call in the spring from the coworker and the same platform agency that I happen to be posting on right now. Talking about child support. Not even saying hello. Well, and then hangs up. And then before that, it was, well, is your man there? I said, yeah, not knowing at the time that they were seeing each other. Wait, it clicks way after. It's like, yeah, hindsight's 20/20, right? Take the kids away due to this group, the ex-frenemy, his girlfriend, frenemy, whatever they are, I don't care. And then baby daddy, because he ended up taking off. He ended up taking off again because we're supposed to co-parent down in Pennsylvania. We're going to get back together because, we're going to co-parent. I'm going to hear from you. Ghosts my ass, doesn't say shit, blocks me, and then 6-7 months later comes back and then all of a sudden has custody of my kids. This girlfriend of his and this group, this coven, cult, whatever you are, decided, or maybe his man, his bros, whatever it was. So I apologize in advance if I'm wrong. But either way, I was fucked over. Pardon me for my language. I haven't talked to my son in 8 months when I was the main caregiver. I haven't been able to even witness the most valuable memories a woman can have when having a child. I missed my daughter's first words. I missed my daughter's first steps because of this. And I did everything right. I literally did everything right. The entire relationship for 10 years. I was loyal. I took care of my kids. The whole agreement was that he paid money, he worked and provided the money, and I took care of everything else. And that is balanced. That is balanced. I took care of the kids, I took care of the house, I took care of the groceries, I did all the shopping. While he sat on his computer after work in keyboard master. Half the time I'd ask him to go watch a movie with me and he wouldn't. He was busy on his computer playing his games. And I said, fine, you do you. Either way, I was in that room taking care of our little boy. That was very difficult to handle at the time. We literally could not go out anywhere, or even on a date, because nobody would watch him. We tried to put him in daycare several times, and nobody would watch him. And he is the beautiful little boy he is today because of my efforts. Me. 5 years later, this asshole decides to dump us and try to cut it clean. No cords attached. You can't do that with 2 kids and after 10 years, you freaking a-hole. Justice for him? No. Justice for me, please. I wasn't even allowed to tell my story. They manipulated things so that they made me look incompetent, So I couldn't even speak my words in court for child services when we were in court. And another thing is, when I thought he was on my side and they initially took the kids, how come there was 2 lawyers already set up? If it was the first time ever even knowing about this stuff, how come he was so calm, for 1, and for 2? How come there was 2 lawyers already set up when we walk in? I walk in and then there's a lawyer for him and a lawyer for me, and I'm like, what? I thought we were together. This has been a setup since day 1 from baby daddy and this group, and I'm demanding justice for my children at least. At least. My son, the one that I helped, the one that I counseled and was with, because he was too hyper to deal with. And the one that was with his mother 24/7. And you wonder why the boy lashes out, because he wants his mother. And then they blame me and said, oh, she whispered something in that little boy's ear and he started freaking out. No, he started freaking out because you ripped him from his mother, and he continues to do this to this day. They're torturing that poor little boy. Because all they care about is money. All they care about is money. All they care about is money. All my baby daddy cares about is money. He's been holding a grudge against me over money. I admit I had an addiction, but it was also due to my neck surgeries and my prescriptions. And you can even look in the past for anybody that had that type of addiction. And if you've never had one, you'll never understand. Just like you'll never had a kid, you'll never understand. It's like you'll never know until you go through it. And I'm begging you for mercy and grace on this, because this is absolutely outrageous. Now he has my children and he's basically hanging them over the line for control. And they're trying to go after me for support, even though he's the one that did it, because he didn't want to pay child support in the first place. Why? Because you thought you knocked up someone else? Is that why? Or because you wanted me to hurt, knowing that the best thing for the children is to have their mother in their life, being that they were the main caregiver, especially after you abandoned us, sir. Please help me. I'm not trying to be dramaful, but I'm just fed up and I'm asking for help. This is a message for help. The reason why this happened in the first place was because of jealousy, and it happened 7 years earlier, where there was a disagreement with me and who I thought was my friend through Facebook 3 years before my daughter was even born, about some type of STD, some type of disease, some type of whatever. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because I don't have anything. I'm clean. I just had a baby twice and I'm clean. Obviously they test you for that shit, so I'm clean, right? She comes to me and says, you gave me this. And granted, no, I'm not a lesbian, but I'm not going to get into it, but that's through other people, you know. That's what she said. And I say, no. I'm clean. I don't have it. I don't have anything. I'm celibate. I've been celibate. You can't throw anything on me. Anyway, she's all pissed off. A friendly encounter within a chat group. She comes into the chat group because she knows that my man is talking online. He's a gamer. I thought he was just a gamer, but apparently he's a coder and a hacker. I did not know. I'm guessing. I don't know. It's whatever he is. I still don't care, and I still don't know. Anyway, I know she came into some type of communication with him, and they decided to have a relationship on Reddit. It was on Reddit. he starts complaining about, oh, I'm so scared, you know, because I'm not comfortable with this and that, and, you know, and I think that I'm going to lose my girlfriend or whatever, blah, 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 I really love her, blah, blah, blah. But she came in as a counselor trying to counsel him. Ended up, over the years, without me knowing, and without probably him knowing who she was, I don't know whether they knew or not, ended up emotionally cheating on me. Bam, there it is. There's the beginning of the saga. Find out afterward that she is a romance scammer. And she went through and got my man. And then I know for a fact, even before this, when we were friends, and she was here, and we were hanging out back, years and years ago, she made a joy off of stealing other people's partners and then making out in front of them, their partners, to make them jealous and say, haha, I'm better than you. And that's something she did. She did to me before. She did to other people I know. And that's just who she is. And then as time went on, I'm sure the bitch evolved. This is my interpretation of it. Yes, they were. They were together. They got together for whatever reason. They probably lived together, or she sent one of her friends over after I was gone, and planted seeds of doubt and preyed on the insecurities of my baby daddy to plant seeds, saying I'm her friend and this is what she did, even though I never even talked to her or anyone, because I did not cheat on anyone. I don't cheat. When I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody. That's it. I never cheated. I never lied. I never did nothing wrong against anyone. I don't do black magic. I'm a light worker. And I'm in my purpose doing my platform. And even now, present day, I'm asking for help because after all this, and after all the energy manipulation that they did, they tried to get me caught up in the courts. They tried to get me caught up saying I'm crazy. And baby daddy, after he came back through that winter, he was only building up and collecting information so he could give it to her or whoever, and using it for their own benefit to come against me, to keep building a plot to continue this BS so that he can take the kids from me. My life is my children and my family, and he did this to take my children. And now, after everything, they went through and they dug and dug and dug, trying to find crap against me. And things that, you get caught, even a traffic ticket, for example. I fell asleep after taking care of 2 kids while homeless. My daughter was young enough to be in the car seat where they sleep all the time, and she was sleeping. I pulled over on the side of the road because it's safer to be pulling over on the side of the road rather than continuing to try to drive. Earlier that morning, I was doing redemption and I was cleaning up everything. There was a big ass bag of bottles in the back of my car, like a trash bag full, one of those big black ones. A trash bag full of redemption in the back of my car. But the damn cop from Massachusetts decided to pull me over and treat me like a damn criminal because he was sent there by this group and he was crooked as hell, and he said, oh, she was drinking, we found this, we found that. I don't even drink that brand of beer. I don't even drink that brand of alcohol. Do you know what that was? Hey, that was from the damn redemption bottle. The bag, the big ass bag that's in the back seat. You can't see it? Of course they can't, because they're trying to frame my ass. That's what I'm talking about. It's been shit like that. Please Please set this right, and I beg of you to do your jobs, people of the light, people that stand for justice. People that stand for justice. People that are really going to do their jobs. Because my children are suffering right now. After all this shit. I have to ask permission from my narcissistic, controlling asshole now. Because of the money that they paid out. Here you go, is the money. Through this group. I can't even... Please. Please. This is torture. You're allowing a narcissist asshole to continue to abuse somebody that literally was honest, caring, and loyal. Please help me. This has been going on for 3 years now. And I need help. I live in Connecticut. You can figure it out. You must know this face by now. But because he paid off child services, they didn't even ask. They did not even ask how the mother was doing. They only cared about him.
God bless you.